Back at you again. I-70 Entertainment, we go inside. Today we've traveled down to Trotwood to talk to a couple of players. Got a couple of players. Players, on how you introduce yourself. Give me your name, position, and your year.
My name Quentin Johnson. I'm a senior. I play receiver and cornerback.
My name is Charlie Simmons. I'm a senior and I play offensive tackle.
All right. Guys, I'm just going to ask you a quick couple questions. I want to talk about your history as far as football. You know, tell me what you guys, how far do you go back with the game? Are you Pee Wee players? You start in junior high school? How far do you go back with the game?
I started my football career in Pee Wee with the Meadowdale Lions. That's where I started.
I started my football career in high school. Before high school, I was a hooper. Fell in love with the game freshman year.
You still hoop? It's now all football. That's cool, man. I played at Meadowdale Pee Wee too. Let me ask you this a little bit. Tell me some of your attributes. You know, we're going to be at the game Friday filming it. What can I look for you guys out there? What's your traits? What you like to do out there? What can I see Friday?
Friday, you're going to see a lot of speed, but you're going to see a lot of physicality.
Okay.
A lot of physicality.
I like it.
A lot.
Yeah, basically just counting off what you said. We're going to be physical, we just going to play us, be us.
Okay.
A lot of physicality.
Okay, I heard Coach Graham talking about protecting the house at the end of practice today. This is a big game, you know. Coach Doug coached here before. He's coming back home. I know Coach is telling you he's about to be inducted into the Trotwood Hall of Fame. This is a big game. I know it's one you guys want to get. I think last year they came up on top, so you guys, this is like a get back for you. Tell me what you guys, each will give me your opinion of what you need to do out there Friday night to get this victory.
For offense, I feel like we just got to execute. We've been doing it in practice. Once we get it down to a T, we good. Then defense, we just shut it down. Defense always gonna shut it down.
You know, over here at Trotwood, we got a thing. Just everybody just got to do their 111th. If everybody do their job, we're gonna be straight.
That's good, man. You guys are seniors. You guys are leaders, I know, for the team. Last question I'll give you guys. You guys getting hype. It's going to be a home game. What's going to be on that playlist, you know what I'm saying, to get you in that right mood to go out there and lay some helmets on some people?
We stay banging Young Boy. You know we have Young Boy. But one song, I'm going to say Mask On.
Mask On.
We masking up. It's up. It's
up. We gonna be up that Young Boy, probably war with us. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of Young Boy in rotation.
Mm-hmm. Y'all heard it from him. And man, we go around. We done did a few games, man. You'd be surprised how many players tell us Young Boy. That's their guy. So
Young Boy get you right.
That's what's up.
He get you ready to do something.
Man, I just want to appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. You know what I'm saying, for letting us come down and interview. We'll be here Friday. You know what I'm saying. Best of luck to you guys.
So I got a show for you.
What's that?
I got a show for you.
You got a show for me Friday?
Friday.
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it. I-70 Entertainment, we out. Appreciate you guys, man. What it do? We back with another episode, I-70 Entertainment. We're going in here with a legend. It's a privilege to be here with Jeff Graham. Jeff, what up, man?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Nice to see you again, baby. Thanks for letting us come in.
Oh, anytime.
Jeff, man, I just want to, you know, for the people, the youngins who don't know your story, man, give us, you know, your background a little bit.
From Dayton. Went to Dayton Public Schools up until my freshman year. And that was during a time where busing was going on because I had older brothers and sisters that graduated from Belmont and Dunbar.
Okay.
So my mom was kind of, I guess, wanted a change of pace. And I didn't know anything about Alter. I didn't know anything about Catholic schools at all. I just knew everything I knew was Dayton Public. So she said that I was going to Alter my freshman year to try to find out and see what it's about. And 4 years later, it was well worth it. It was a good challenge for me. And we kind of liked that challenge. Went on from Alter, graduated there, and got a scholarship to play at Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
Was ineligible my first year at Ohio State, and I try to explain to the kids what Prop 48 was.
Yep.
So I was a part of the Prop 48 system where if you didn't make the test score, they now combine it. Before you had to have the test score.
I remember.
And you know the GPA really wasn't the situation, but you could have a 2.0 GPA.
Mm-hmm.
So I got deemed ineligible, so I sat out that whole football season. I think that was an eye opener for me.
Yeah.
It was my first time going to college. You know, I had good friends like Mike McCray and Chris Carter and all those guys, and the guys I came in with as freshmen. It was hard, difficult when football season was going on because we couldn't play any football. We couldn't practice, we couldn't play, and we barely could go to the games.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So So it was rough coming from high school and then having that year off and not being able to play something that you love doing, the passion. But it worked out. I was able to, get out in the field the next couple of years and had success, became a captain, MVP at Ohio State, and got drafted the second round in the NFL to the Steelers. And was able to play 11 years for several different teams. And I think I had a successful journey.
Hell of a journey.
It was an experience. It was business, and sometimes business and football. Negotiations. It's a lot of things. Outside noise from friends and family. Everybody's looking. Hey, you got all this money and all that. So you find friends and you experience things and you go through life and you learn from some of the mistakes you make and that's the beauty of it and that's why I found myself coming back to Dayton. I've opened up a construction company back in '92. My father's favorite word was the NFL is not for long, son, so you got to find something to fall back on.
Absolutely.
And so we started Golden Graham, and it was a construction firm that we still own today.
Nice.
We still work.
Nice.
And so that's kind of what brought me home. And my father had a tragic accident, and when he passed, so I was in California at the time, so I was like, man, do I come back? I said, I need to come back. My mom, she by herself, so I came back to be with my mom, and she said, man, you're going to have to do something. I said, Mom, I do not want to coach. I do not want to coach. That's what I kept saying. I do not want to stay in football. So she was like, well, just go out. You got nephews that transferred over to Trotwood to play for Coach Mo. So me and Mo, of course, played together in the league 2 years at Chicago for the Bears. And I talked to Coach Mo. He said, man, just come out. I coach Mo, man. Just come on out, man. You ain't got to worry about it. Just volunteer. Coach Mo know if you come out, the game itself is going to track.
Yeah, it is.
And that's what happened, man. It was a magnet. And coming in and volunteering my first year, the next year becoming officer coordinator. And we finally got a chance to get this thing going. And Coach Doug made this at that time, he was the first black head coach to win a state championship in 2011.
Man, that's something.
In the state of Ohio.
That is something, man.
But they don't recognize that.
No, they don't.
They don't give Coach Doug and what he's done, man. That man is a blessing to all of us, right? So, Coach Doug decided to, he wanted to go and had some situations here with Trotwood, and and then the opportunity came, and I'm like, man, do I stay? Do I go? I decided to stay. Not that I wanted to be a head coach, but the opportunity came, so I wanted to go out, and so we just came in, and the last 5 to 6 years we've been trying to build this program. Just keep what he has going and keep building it. And then I was able to win a state championship. So Coach Doug and I were the only two, and that's the blessing is so great to have that and see.
Man, you got two, right?
I have three.
3 championships.
I have three.
3 state championships.
I have 2 with Coach Doug. Well, 1 with Coach Doug in 11. And then we won 27 and 2017 and 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
3 championships.
So, that's kind of like the story, the background, and how I got back to Dayton.
I know the people in Trotwood is glad that you stayed, man. Kept this program going. Let me ask you this. Seeing, coaches that might be wanting or are new to this, what advice would you give them about building up a program? Like, what does it take? You saw it with Mo. You was there. You helped mold it. Now you keeping it going. You guys are winning championship. What advice could you give to a young coach that's trying to build up a program like you have here at Trotwood?
The best thing is to work for somebody that can give you the freedom to be able to understand all 3 phases of the game. I'm not a coach. I'm not a micromanager. I'm not going to be on you. But my expectations, we're going to have a coaching, we're going to have a description of what your role will be. And then we're going to go out and we're going to identify that, and we're going to try to put you in the best position for you to be successful, because of course I'm not going to be here forever, you know what I mean? So the opportunity for somebody to come in, and that's why I try to bring back all my former players that went to college, then came back, either give them jobs or opportunity to work for me and my company or whatever, and then also to come out here and coach football. Because I kind of want them to, football is a fraternity, and I think people don't really see and understand that. So the guys like to come back to be around and help the young guys, and that's so misled by some people because they don't look at that. You know what I mean? But that kind of helped because the Pee Wee program come in here and
Oh
they
yeah,
see.
I saw the young
They,
guys.
yeah,
over there.
they watch the older guys and then they want to emulate the older guys and
There
they
you
do it right out here on this grass
There you
field.
go.
And then they become varsity guys and
Yep.
then now we have them. So hopefully, we got a couple young coaches I think that can, be able
Yeah,
to either stay here or go to the next level and they're going to have great success.
Here you go. It's one thing that I did notice about both you and Coach Doug. He had Shaw over there with him.
Mike Shaw.
He's got Atterbury, guys that you guys have all had. You've kept them around.
Yep.
Those guys look like they may be the next generation. Maybe they want to be head coaches.
There you go.
So that's a big thing.
There you go.
Let me ask you one thing. I wanted to talk just a little bit about your era here in Dayton.
Okay.
And some of the guys that you played with when you came up. Like we was talking off camera. It's a whole different thing when we was coming up and playing to the way that the game is today. But you was in a good era, man. I know you guys had guys like Kelly Days, Wolf Arar was at Meadowdale.
Meadowdale.
I know you had a whole bunch of good athletes. Mark Baker was in that era. You had a bunch of good ones. So let's talk about that era and what it means to you looking back on it.
I think that the biggest situation for us and me in that era, I think we kind of we had favorite players and it was our older brothers.
Okay.
Right. That a lot of times these kids they don't admire anybody but a LeBron James, and I'm not saying that's not a bad person.
Right.
I mean, yeah, we love Dr. J and all those guys, but we wanted to emulate our older brothers.
Right.
And a lot of us in my era had 2 or 3 older brothers that played the game. So we were either ball boys, chasing the ball, packing their bags, understanding what they was going through and learn, and then they brought us in.
You couldn't wait to do it.
Couldn't wait to go.
Couldn't wait to get your opportunity.
Couldn't wait to get the opportunity. Man, you think I'm playing with these grown guys? No, you can't shoot right now. You know what I mean? You accept your role. Play defense. Right. So I think, person like Darnell Springer, Duck. Duck was, Ray Gaffney. I mean, I can go back. I got Mike McCray, Martin Bayless, Keith, Kurt Taylor that we mentioned. I got his nephew on our staff, Cameron Taylor. We got Mark Baker. We got, Big Carey is here. Coach Dink McCluskey, they always hammer me because they beat me my senior year at Alton. And he keeps saying how he mangled me and telling kids that. So, and that's a good thing for us to be able to have. But back then, I think that's where it was fun. We were all outside. We played kickball. It was more a lot of responsibility, in that era too. Moms just didn't let us run around. When that street light came on, we didn't have no cell phones.
Right.
It was the street light, and you better be on that porch,
Yes,
right?
Sir. Yes,
or
sir.
be in that yard, or be when she look out. Okay, there you go. There you go. So that's the era where we come in.
Right. Yes, sir.
And that's all we're trying to pass down to them. And they get mad at us. I ain't gonna say mad, but you guys are always jealous because we got cell phones and we got Instagram and social media. But I'm saying if you use those tools right, they can work for you.
They can be helpful for you.
They can be very helpful for you. So I just want them to understand that and not be followers and take care of their business in school and we keep stressing that, and that's the biggest thing that we trying to do is get you out of Dayton so you can see what the world could be.
Yes, sir. It's a lot more than these blocks that they walk.
Yeah, West 3rd, East 3rd, Gettysburg, you know what I'm saying? 35 West. It's a lot more out there. Just want to give them that freedom to be able to experience like I did.
No doubt, man. And these kids are so lucky, man, to have professional guys who's played at all levels, like you and Mo, that can come out here and teach them, give them, knowledge as a man, to a young man. It's just great. So let's talk about the game. I'm gonna get to the game real quick.
Sir.
So this is a big game.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd game of the season.
Yes.
I know you guys had one that went down to Cincinnati. Was it in
No,
Cincinnati? It was here.
It was here.
Okay.
Winwoods.
Okay, so that one was a little rough for you. Second week you play Fairmont. You take care of business. Now you got Mo coming into the house, in his induction. I know how competitive you guys is too.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? But it's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait to see it. I'm just interested to know, you looking at tape and seeing Springfield, what are you seeing? What are some of the things that you're like, man, we gotta take care of this. This is what we gotta do. If we wanna get that W, we wanna protect the house, this is what we gotta do.
First of all, I told them we got 3 phases of the game.
Yes, sir.
Okay. On the offensive side of the ball, I said, guys, we have to maintain drives. We have to be able to rush and maintain drives to keep their offense on the sideline. If we can get 50% or better on third downs, and I think it'll be a good chance for us to be able to make plays because we got athletes that can, in space, they can do a lot of different things. So if we can maintain and consistently ball control, by running the ball, throwing the ball, just not making turnovers on offense, I think we'll be okay. Special teams, we have to do our 111. Right? Sometimes guys look at special teams, oh, I'm not a starter, but with me, you're a starter when it's called special teams. When you get out there, we done already got 2. We got 1 block and 1 return.
Okay.
So, of course, I know Coach Doug's going to be, because he's a special team guru, right?
Okay.
So Coach Doug going to be real looking into where our weaknesses are, right? Try to find those weaknesses. So this week, I tried to tell guys, hey, let's just do our 111.
Okay.
Let's go out there and let's just make the plays. So that's special. On defense, we just got to rally around, make big plays, contain their quarterback. They got a fast receiver, a couple fast receivers, and a 4-2 running back, right, in the backfield.
Okay.
So those guys can get loose
Gotta contain it.
and it's 80.
Yeah, got to contain
So
it.
what we got to do is maintain our gap integrity, do our 111th on defense where we can sustain them, put them in bad situations on third down. So hopefully then, they turn the ball over and we don't. But, football goes either way. But the team with the less turnovers is going to win it, and the team with the time of possession is going to win it. And, Coach Doug and I, we're going to always be competitive. But it's a great, it ain't no jabbing competitive. No, it's just, we just want to make sure our guys out here doing the best, showcasing our abilities.
Yeah,
so
man.
if we do that Friday night and come out here ready to play, we know Coach Doug been to the state 2 years in a row, so they have the pedigree that we're trying to get.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that's a good test for our kids to be able to play a team like this early, and whatever our expectations are, if we win, lose, or draw, it's going to be a competitive game.
There it is. There it is.
All
Jeff,
right,
man, I
appreciate
appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man.
You heard it from the legend, man. We'll be here Friday night, man. Good luck to you
Thanks,
and your
man.
guys, man.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, we out, baby.